What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Hayden. I go by Hayden Hendricks, and oh my gosh, do I have one for you today. If you're new here, a huge portion of this channel has to do with small business, entrepreneurship, finance, everything from credit card points to traveling the world for free because of them, to Turo, which is essentially the Airbnb of cars, to Airbnb, rental properties, basically just my experiences and people I meet along the way. Which brings up this video. If you've seen my video a few months back, I was in Cuba and I did the top 5 things all Turo hosts need when you are running your business abroad. In doing this trip that I just did for fun, just a quick little vacation with a buddy of mine, we did this bar hop and I met the coolest, the most inspiring dude of my entire life. None of this was planned. His name is Andito, little Andy. He runs an Airbnb business for both his rental property and also a Cuban bar hop experience. Meeting this guy, it just started with an insane amount of energy. He just made you feel it at home. If you don't know what a bar hop is, you basically meet a local. You go from bar to bar in a local area. You get some of the local drinks, some local style, some good stories. But after talking to Andito, doing the math there, I realized this is a pretty massive business. Now, this video wasn't made for anything political, it wasn't planned or anything like that. So I know people on YouTube love going over the specifications, how much, what you're taking home, what you're netting, what are your expenses. This video isn't necessarily to go over that. Not to get too political, but Cuba is a place that isn't very entrepreneurship friendly. For that reason, we didn't get into any of the specifics, and we're not going to because of that reason. We don't want to get anyone in trouble or even just, cause any type of weird thing. What I can tell you, it's a lot. So this is my first interview I've ever done. We borrowed one of his buddy's cameras. We have no mic, so I've been working on the audio. It doesn't sound great. It's my first interview and massive lack of preparation. Lo siento, Andito. I really think you guys should watch this whole thing through. Andito's an awesome guy going through his experiences from being a doctor to now, running an Airbnb experience, and give you guys some inspiration too. To start your own experiences, your own Airbnbs, and really just get out there and hustle, man. And one more thing before I start the interview. Andito, lo siento, amigo. Lo siento, esto ha tomado tantos meses. Lo siento, bro. Pero espero te que gusta. Let's roll it. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Hayden. This is where we talk about all things finance, business, and entrepreneurship related. If you saw from my last video, I'm in Cuba running both my businesses abroad, teaching you how to do it. In this journey though, I have met a dude that is going to blow your mind. You want to talk about entrepreneurship at its core. Not the luxury brand that we've now made in the US with planes and jewelry and all this shenanigans. It's work, it's ingenuity, and it's being authentic. This guy is running an insane Airbnb business, being able to travel. So let him take over and introduce yourself, man. What are you doing? What's your name? What's going on?
Hi, how are you guys? My name is Andito. That means Little Andy. I am here from Cuba, and I'm also a doctor. I just finished med school, but I have an Airbnb experience called Cuban Bar Hop. You can search for it. It's mostly about nightlife, but also trying Cuban flavors.
It's amazing. I took this thing last night, and the second he came in, the energy was instantaneous. I said, this guy is not doing anything fake. Authentic, you wanted to bring us through it. And when you have an experience like that, whether it's through an Airbnb experience, bar hop, whether it's through the actual room you're renting, it's all about authenticity, and that's what people are willing to pay for. But let me ask you this, man, because I'm staying at a different Airbnb. We saw other ones. What is separating you different? Because you have like 168 reviews or something like that right now, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's the thing of being close to the people. In a country like Cuba, sometimes it's very difficult traveling and getting to know other cultures. So right now, me doing this experience, it was like one of the best opportunities in my life of, open a door that I didn't even know that it was in there. So right now, I think what is the difference between my experience and maybe other experiences around the world. That thing of the Cuban feeling of being close, I think it's because of that.
Yeah, I definitely see that here. Like, it's just in the culture that people want to meet you, they want to take you out, and For you guys, it makes sense for us because we're willing to pay, you know, a couple bucks to do that, get the authenticity out of it, and get a good experience. So let me ask you this though. You do your experience, you also rent out some apartments through Airbnb too, right?
Yeah, my own place right here.
So what nets you the most? You don't have to get like too specific or anything, but what nets you the most income?
Oh, well, right now, it depends on the neighborhood that you're staying. Right now, I'm in WEBULL, and most of the tourists want to go to Old Havana or the downtown, called in Spanish Centro Havana. So right now, in this part of Havana, we're not getting actually much tourism. So when I started on Airbnb in 2017, the tourism was amazing, totally amazing. But then, you know, the political situation changed, and not much tourism is coming to the island. So right now, not much tourism through renting on Airbnb. But experiences is being really good. So right now I'm doing much better in experiences than in renting.
Yeah, so like a lot of people, what holds them back from getting these things started is they feel, oh, I don't have enough money to put into it. I don't have enough time to really put into it. The time's different, you need to make that. But for experience, you didn't start that off with really a lot of money. It's just going to get it, right?
Exactly. It takes time. Right now, my groups on the experience are like 15 people, 14, usually it's around that number. But when I started, I was just with 5 people. But not starting with 5 people, I was just like only accepted 5 people, but I started with 2.
Yeah.
I remember I did it with 2 guys from Boston the first time, and it was really awesome, really, really awesome. But then I was in med school, and I was like, okay, what do? I gotta study, but I gotta do this by night. So my dad gave me advice: always touch your pocket. So if you touch your pocket, you will remember how it was before doing your own business. Yeah. And it's really good, man. You know, I have just a few hours of sleeping every night, just like 3 or 4 hours of sleeping, maybe 2, before coming again to work by morning. But you know, for me, that's part of, you know, besides the spiritual part, you also have to touch your pocket.
Yeah.
And remember that it wasn't like that before.
Right, so you're putting in work though, and I think that's one of the things with being an entrepreneur people are missing now because of social media and Instagram. They just want to show the picture of the end product, just the wealth. But I'm seeing you, we started this pub crawl at 10 p.m., we went till 2 or 3 a.m., he gets up the next day and goes to work. But the whole thing I'm thinking about this, going through all the reviews, multiplying how much we paid, how many people are with us. A lot of people in the US, we have this thing that we want to start an Airbnb business, but you don't have the 20% to get a mortgage to put down on your house. What he has done is something that you can do pretty much anywhere in the world if you get authentic, you find something that is yours and just start an experience. There's no overhead to it, right?
Yeah.
If anything, even if you're not making money on tourism too much, like even if you don't charge crazy money, because it's very fair, you still are networking with small businesses.
Yeah.
We went to all local bars.
Yeah.
We're gonna probably go back to those bars even without you, so it brings more business. So what's your advice to people that want to start an experience? It doesn't have to be a bar crawl, just any experience.
Exactly. So first of all, when I started on my experience, I figured out about experiences, and then I was like, okay, what I'm good about. I'm not good with sports, I'm not good in nature. First of all, you gotta know for real, without lying to yourself, what you're good at. And then try to take it to your practice, you know, find a group of friends, close friends, and then create the experience. But, you know, and then you gotta feel it. In my case, I'm very close to people. I really like talking. In my case, I'm very proud of my country. You need to be proud of what you're showing. For example, in my case, it's flavors, not just nightlife. The party is important, but for a good night to be really good, it needs to have like good flavors, and I'm very proud of it. So I'm all the time like trying to, you know, to show what I'm very proud of, the good flavors. So you gotta take the best of the country, the best of your city, the best of yourself, the best of your friends. You gotta take the best of everything, and every time. So remember, touch your pocket, and you know, and feel every time like the first time, because also when you start and you start feeling like confidence, and then you start like relying the job on other people. So what I do is we have like a record of almost 200 experiences, and I have never left the experience to go on its own. You know, I always go to the experience to perform the experience, and that's really good. If you start an experience, always go to the experience. Never leave the co-host to go alone. You always gotta go there. and put the best of yourself. It's mostly about being very conscious about what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, it's your business.
Exactly,
so if you're going to start it, you want to be involved with it.
Exactly.
And then also just to any customer with an Airbnb, if you're renting out an Airbnb, you want to meet this person. They want to show you their home. They're welcoming you in. It makes it personal.
That's also pretty important. Airbnb is the kind of platform that is very familiar, very warm, and it's not like rigid. You gotta be like very open, very flexible, and you gotta show that part of you. And I think that's pretty important.
Yeah. What I love about the experience is you guys have no excuse to not do this. We're in Cuba right now, and not to get too political, it's a communist country. Business is extremely regulated. Taxes are, I don't want to get into the taxes because the whole video will change towards that.
Yeah.
It's irate. It's insane. And this guy's doing it, making a great income, even to the United States standards, extremely high. People all over Cuba I've met with small businesses. So I don't care if you live in Nebraska or Utah and you say, I don't have a bar pool, I can't take people out. Man, go out, rent a golf cart, start an experience for $10 a person and ride them through the desert. Be passionate about it,
And believe me, it works, because the only thing you need to have is your imagination. That's what I like of Airbnb and experiences, that you only need to use your imagination. If you can create things from nowhere, and remember, an experience can be just sitting to talk with someone.
Yeah.
But if you create magic at talking, it's all about the magic. I think it's all about the magic.
One of the other things I noticed about your experience that was really cool, because when you travel a lot, it's a little pushy as far as upsells. People want to bring cigars or liquor and everything to sell that to them. It's our upsell. You make cash on the side. I think that's a good thing. I think it's a good thing if it's genuine, it's not pushed very hard, and you didn't really push that. So, do you normally do pretty well for upselling little extras here and there, cigars, cigarettes?
Yeah, of course. The thing is, you gotta go always like with the truth in your hand. There is certain products that you wanna offer and you want people to buy because it's most of the exportation of the country, but you cannot push people to do that.
Right.
In my case, for example, with cigars, what I always, advise is like wait till the last day. If you're gonna buy cigars, wait till the last day, because at the end there will be always shops to buy cigars.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be in a rush. So there's always extra cash. For me, it's always really good. And for young entrepreneur people, you gotta every project you create, it must be like a tree. So there is the main body, the body of the tree, but then it comes the thick branches, the little branches on the leaf. So from that project you have, always create like branches of things that you can get, like an extra.
Yeah, and on top of that, I would imagine those branches are networking with all the small businesses too. I mean, you guys can also, when you start an experience, partner with these different places you're going to bring them to, and they give you a commission. They give you a commission maybe on just upselling on what a customer purchases there. I mean, really, like, the options to me are just infinite. And if you could do it here,
it's amazing. You just always gotta remember that one hand watches the other. So in my case, I like very much the local businesses. In parts of my experience, what I do is I want to take people to places that they won't find by themselves, and I want to get them surrounded by Cubans, by the locals, because I'm doing nothing if I take you to touristic places and surrounded by people. I'm not saying that you don't want to find the people from your own country in Cuba, but the real thing is that you want to see something different.
Yeah.
So I'm very proud of the local businesses. I'm all the time supporting that. So that's also a good advice for creating a new experience. Always support, always do things, doing like collaborations.
Yes, with
local businesses, with people that is kind of in the same level of you, that they want to go up.
Yeah.
And that's really good.
I mean, that's what networking 101 is for entrepreneurs. It's a win-win relationship.
Exactly.
As long as you're transparent.
And most of times, someone explained me that, and for me, I'm very agree right now. At the beginning, I didn't understand it, but at the beginning, no money over the table.
Right.
No money. It's just collaborations.
Yeah.
I do something that will be good for you, and you will do something that will be good for me, and that way we will both raise.
Guys, this dude is the epitome of an entrepreneur. I absolutely love it. And I see in the comments, I don't mean to get all Gary Vaynerchuk on you. Do you know who Gary V is?
No.
He's this very intense entrepreneur that we have who's like, everything is like, fuck your excuses, fuck what you do, go out and work. And I'm not trying to duplicate that, but there is this brand behind entrepreneur that's just luxury, and that's not what it is. It is freedom. To you, obviously you need to do this to get income, right? Just like all of us who work. But for you, wouldn't you rather do this, make less money, than go work for some corporation, be completely miserable, like
Exactly.
slave under them? So entrepreneurship to you, what is it to you?
Well, for me, to be entrepreneur is, first of all, I enjoying what I do. So I think I have enough imagination enough like for creating different projects, but I decided to create one that I enjoy myself.
Yeah.
Because at the end, what I consider my job is to be a doctor. And I wanted to create something that will give me not extra money, because at the end it's giving me all the money I need in my life.
Right.
But I wanted to create something that will help me out with my life, but also that will be like releasing the stress of my doctor life.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. So in my case, I won't tell you that maybe I can do other job other day, but right now I'm enjoying this too far. I won't change it. Right now I'm not planning to change my job.
Yeah.
Even if I don't consider it a job.
And for the record, he's not going into his practice after we're out drinking all night, okay? He takes it easy. So if you do need him as a doctor later on, you'll be okay.
Yeah.
Is there any other recommendations or suggestions to close this thing out for people back in the States that you could recommend them to start an experience?
Well, to start an experience, you only need to use your imagination. You know, find what you're good at. Always get together with the people you like, with the people you love, with the people close to you. Airbnb experiences is like a good opportunity for gathering together people that is of your trust, people that you feel comfortable with, of creating something in a place you like. It's like a good opportunity for creating with all the things you like.
Yeah.
Is that create something that you truly enjoy, that represents you with your entire world of things that you enjoy. It's a good opportunity. Yeah.
Dude, I could have said it better myself, man. Thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate it. Guys, if you found this video helpful, beneficial to you in any way, smash that like button, subscribe, drop a comment below. What do you think? What type of experiences you've done or started on Airbnb? Also, if you hated the video, you still need to like, subscribe, and comment, because I have the giveaway and it's in the last video with all the details. But until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, my man. I appreciate it, bro.
Thank you, thank you.